I could be sitting here with no pants on.
That's true. I don't have that luxury. You can see my chair.
Yeah, but
you can't. The way you've reset the cameras, you can't see my bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I could also not be wearing pants.
There we go. Welcome to the podcast. We're not wearing pants.
Apparently. But we are wearing, holy shit, it's snowing in Texas.
Yeah. It's like actively snowing right now.
Actively. There's like little tiny flakies.
Flakes of...
Yeah, it's like Jesus' dandruff outside.
Dandruff.
It's like, need to get some head and shoulders out there on the yard. Oh, no. I'm not wearing my wedding ring.
Oh.
I have to go get it.
Yeah.
It's by the sink. I was doing dishes earlier. I was doing girl jobs.
You're doing girl jobs?
I was doing girl jobs.
Yeah. Well, while she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and say, she just makes so much noise. I'm going to go ahead and say, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the Empowered Dynamic. My name is Prussian, Sir Prussian Fire on FetLife and Facebook. Please feel free to reach out to us there. Also, we do have an email address as well. We would love for you to send us questions, comments, anything like that. The email address is right here, theempowereddynamic@gmail.com.
No, it's right here.
Okay.
We said last time it was on your nose.
Well, yeah, that was at that point.
Oh, can I pick again?
No.
Oh.
Because then you're going to pick my nose. I know how this goes.
I'm not going to pick your nose, I promise.
Where's it going to be?
Right here.
On my forehead now.
Yes.
Okay. It's on my forehead.
Here you go. Thank you.
Yes. And a little bit of our protocols right there. Whenever she takes off her wedding ring, I put it back on.
If he's home.
Yes, if I'm home. Yeah.
Usually I keep it off, though, till he gets home because I enjoy him putting it back on. It's a nice little, 10 seconds of reconnection, and it reminds me of our wedding day.
Yes. Yes.
That's why it's important to me. I don't know why it's important to you.
It's important to me because it's just that reminder. It's just a good reminder.
We're watching a dog walk with little prosthetics.
Why are we watching a dog? We're podcasting.
Well, we weren't. I think I was just watching something, and I could hear the music, and it was bothering me. So I was like, what is happening?
Fair enough.
And it was a dog with little prosthetics that they put sandpaper on so he didn't slip in the snow.
That's kind of cute.
And I was like, oh, how kind. Accommodations. I love it.
So what we're going to talk about today, we actually have some questions to ask and answer, which is good. And then we'll just kind of see where it goes. Nothing really too planned out other than the fact that we just got some questions that we want to ask. Seems like people seem to enjoy those little questions that we do, and they cause good conversations. So
yeah, they do. They always do that. That's why I like them personally. So that's why they're my favorite thing. Mm-hmm. And now that TikTok is not being banned for the time being, at least, it gives us, all of the options.
Yes.
So how it works is I just scroll through TikTok.
Yes.
And then it pops up randomly on my algorithm.
Correct.
So I don't search up these questions.
No.
They come from fate.
The algorithm decides.
The algorithm decides. And this was yesterday's algorithm because I haven't really had time to look at TikTok today. I did lots of boy jobs today.
Boy jobs. Yes. Boy jobs.
Yes. I am. Okay. So I think we had this discussion. Maybe it was an episode that got deleted. I don't remember.
Where we did have good recording. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly what or where or whatever. But anyways, I would happily go hang lights or replace the door or other technical things if I didn't have a husband to do that.
Or you would gladly pay somebody.
Or I would pay somebody to do it. Yeah. Or
And I could absolutely cook, and I could absolutely do calendar thingies.
And buy takeout.
And I could pay all of my bills on time, theoretically. If I didn't have a wife that was really good at doing all of those things.
Yes. Those are all of my slave duties.
Yes.
I balance our finances.
Yep.
Because that's what I do in a professional capacity. I do lots of math and numbers.
Yeah.
So we're very much playing to our strengths. He is very hands-on and does all the things, and he's one YouTube video and the right tool away from ruling the world, he says.
Absolutely.
So I say, I need this thing done. my most recent thing that I want done is I want to replace the chandelier in the dining room because I hate it.
Yeah.
So I found one because I asked him, I said, do you have any opinions? And he goes, it should be black.
Yep. And not as long.
And not as long. And I'm like, well, not as long is based on how you hang it. So that's up to you, sir. But I can make... Do you want me to show you the one that I got?
No, it's more
Okay.
fun whenever it's just a surprise and then I go, this is horrible.
That has never happened. It's a mixed metal. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Sounds good. All right. Are we ready for questions? Are we ready to jump into this?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. This is 6 questions today, not 5.
6.
6.
Well, we have more than that. I have more questions.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the fake questions. That was like the random generated questions. This
Fair
was fake.
These are fate.
This
Fate.
was yesterday at 1:15 a.m. when you told me it's too late for question time.
And we'll do it on the podcast.
And we'll do it on the podcast.
I think honestly, that's why I made the podcast. Like this.
Just because you wanted to share your overall disappointment at
with
this
these
situation.
questions. Yes. I think I wanted everybody to suffer with me.
Like, if I have to listen to this shit, so does the rest of the world
Exactly.
that finds this.
Yes.
Well, that's just dandy.
Very me of me.
Did you notice that my cup has my name on it?
I did.
Look, it also has a little clover
It does have a little clover.
because I got it for St. Patrick's Day.
I know.
It has my name on everything during St. Patrick's Day. We're getting into St. Patrick's Day soon, right after Valentine's Day. My name will be on so many things. I'm so excited. And it'll be even easier this year because you've made me capitalize my name.
I have.
It's been really hard to find anything with a lowercase l. Like, this was a find.
Yeah, that was a find.
This was a find.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like backwards, but it says lucky. on
No,
both sides.
it's fine.
And look, they can
And
see.
you could just hold it there. Just hold it there.
No.
You don't have to get it up to the camera.
No, I want to show this little
Okay.
thing.
It is focused to back here. If you
Okay.
put it up there, it is unfocused.
Okay, fine. Well, it's like me. It's unfocused.
Very much so.
Okay, well, I wanted to show them. Don't let me
Yes.
dump out my soda.
You see your-
Dump it out. Oh, you can see it?
Yes. You can see it.
See? It's right there.
Yes.
Mhm,
It's right
mhm.
there.
It's super cute.
It is super cute.
It's lucky.
Just like you.
Don't catch me. Don't make me feel cute while I'm drinking things. Then it's uncomfortable. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
6 sweet questions.
Oh, God.
At least as the internet defines them. Okay. If someone asked you why you love me, what is the first thing that you'd say?
Oh, somebody asked me why I loved you. What's
Yes.
the first thing that I would say? So we do this. We do this. Like, so one of the things that I took from Lily was whenever you say, or I say, I love you, we ask, why?
Yay, anxiety.
Yeah, but it's not so, okay. Typically in a relationship,
Yeah.
when people ask, why do you love me?
Yeah.
They want the list of things.
No.
Right? But that's generally how the person feels whenever they're
That's
asked.
fair,
Okay.
Especially if it's anxiety driven, I would say.
Especially if it's anxiety driven, anything like that.
If it's like an internal worth question.
Correct. Yeah. Also, like, list the ways that you love me type romance bullshit.
Okay.
How we do it and how I've carried it on since Lily was, what in that moment made you say that to me?
Even if it's silly and not sentimental.
Absolutely. And most of the time with us, it is something very silly.
Depends. I would say it's like 70-30.
That's probably
Maybe
fair.
60-40.
I think it's a great just kind of habit. And it takes because the other aspect of that is generally people say I love you as a filler. And it loses its meaning. Whenever you overuse
have you ever
the
heard the
word.
like saying that love you, love ya, love ya, love you, and I love you are like three
different
things
things.
entirely.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Whenever I stop falling out of whenever I start falling out of love with someone, that's a verbal cue for me. I stop saying I love you. I take away the ownership of it and I just say love you.
Love you.
It's not an active choice anymore.
Well, I mean, I do that with Cherry. That's
Yeah.
a familial love.
Yes, no. And I'll do that for people that I'm not like directly involved with.
Correct.
I don't do it to the kids because I always say,
Oh yeah, no, I love.
I love you.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's an ownership. I'm owning that statement. But like when I stop owning that statement, like that's a red flag. Just for your future reference. If it ever happens
Good to
to
know.
you,
Yeah.
like occasionally, like in a text or something,
Yeah, that's different.
or like leaving a phone conversation, that's not really a red flag. It's when it becomes more frequent than the full sentence.
Also, whatever, like if it's a I love you, bye-bye type aspect. Love you, bye-bye.
Thank you for the fish.
Yeah, that type of thing. Whether it's cute and annoying. Yes. So I would probably, to answer that question directly, it would depend on the moment. I don't do, it's probably because I've just been in a habit of doing it for 10 years. I don't list the ways that I love you.
No, that's not the question.
No, it's said, like if somebody asks you
Why you love
why
me.
I love you.
No. If someone asked you that question, like why do you love her?
Yeah.
And you had to come up with a reason.
That's to me, that's like asking.
What's the first thing you would
Why?
say? Like what is your gut reaction if someone said, why do you love her? I don't understand.
My gut reaction is because you're mine. Like that's my default answer.
That's your default answer.
It is, but I mean, it's that ownership.
Mm-hmm.
You are mine. You are loved. You are cherished. You are wanted. You are desired. You are mine.
I hated when you made me say that.
I know.
The whole mantra thing.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hated that.
That's the simple. There's so much more that goes into that because we have a primal focused impulse.
Yeah.
So that mine aspect has a real deep meaning that is hard to say in words.
That's true. And it's not something that you say about like other people or like casual relationships or anything like that.
Yeah. No, like I have my people.
Yes. But
And
you don't say mine in the same possessive way.
same possessive way. No, they are my people as in like they have a part of
my
me.
family, my responsibility.
Not even sometimes my responsibility because I mean they are in most aspects, or at least viewed in that way.
Yeah.
I have some sort of like no, I'm going to protect them.
Yes.
That type of aspect. You, I would kill for. So that's part of that deeper level of mine.
Okay, so that's your answer. You would say, well, because I love them because they're mine.
Yeah, she's mine.
Yeah.
In every way.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
a little bit of a control freak.
Tiny bit.
Tiny bit.
Am I answering?
Yes.
Okay. My gut reaction would be because it's easy.
Because it's easy.
I love you because it's easy. Yeah, you're gonna make me cry.
No.
I'm gonna make myself cry. Is really actually what's happening. Because yay. Don't zoom in on that.
Zoom in on the tears.
No. No, loving you is easy. For as many times as you make me want to like as your mother says, like if you ever like want to think about killing somebody, look at him through a fork.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Look at him through a fork and see like, is it worth it to see this for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
And the amount of times that you make me look through a fork are very few and far between comparatively to anyone else in my life. Like romantic relationships, employee-employer relationships. My freaking dog, like today, has made me look through a fork several times. And so basically it's just like the understanding that when like I say that I love you and that I say that it's easy, it means like that fighting with you is easier than losing you.
No, I like that.
The struggle is easier.
The struggle is easier. Just the weighing of it. The struggle is easier. I've told you before that I love you because you make it easy to love you. The aspects of I've been in relationships where it was a fight to love somebody, where it was constant fight and constant struggle and that roller coaster that I've talked about before, right? I don't have that with you. we communicate well. We talk about fucking everything constantly.
It helps it's a rule.
Yes, it does help that it's a rule. You do have the rule of anything that's bothering you, you have to tell me. And
It's like the one rule where silence is not compliance.
yes. Well, because I literally put it in to where that is against the rules.
No, I know, but like a lot of things that like I don't want to do,
You just shut up about
I
it.
can just shut up and do it and be like angry about it or whatever in my brain.
Yeah,
But like that's like the one rule where silence is not compliance,
correct.
and that's sometimes really hard.
It is.
Cuz like I can do anything if I have a time limit on it.
Yes.
That doesn't have a time limit.
Yeah, correct. I am a big. I think you may have taken that from me. I can do anything if there's a time limit, so long as I know that there's
That's
a
why I
finish
say
line.
I love you for 15 minutes at a time, because I can love you at least for 15
At
minutes.
least 15 more minutes, right?
I told that to Barbie and she goes, I absolutely understand why you tell him that.
No, it's fair. I'm probably gonna at least tick you off at one point during those 15 minutes, at least once.
But like you get a reset every 15
Yeah,
minutes.
reset every 15 minutes. Cool. I mean, we started at like 2 minutes.
We did. It's true.
We haven't gone above 15 minutes, except for like the whole lifetime commitment shit. But
But it's broken into 15-minute increments.
that's true. Part of our
Yeah.
vows were our love you forever, 15 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
So, yes,
So I can do anything with a time limit.
correct.
But that rule does not have a time limit.
It does not have a time limit. It is any time. And then whenever I instituted the no inside thoughts rule, that's the only rule that I've ever thought about. Like, man, I probably shouldn't have said that.
You're like, that wasn't worth it.
Yeah, sometimes those inside thoughts just need to be kept on the inside.
So like it's funny that you say that, because like you can only truly tell that I am comfortable with somebody if I don't have inside thoughts.
Whenever
because
you're
like
word
I have
vomiting.
yes, because I've taken off like that whole mask that
Yeah.
I wear for society.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to Barbie the other day, and she said that I was reserved. She goes,
That's a part that she sees. She doesn't. Yeah.
well, it's not even that. She said in public you're very reserved.
Yes, you are. You are very reserved in public. That's where
Really?
I don't. That's where
I've
I
never
don't
thought that.
have. So your
My like biggest fear, I guess, in dynamic or MS
Mm-hmm.
or really anything like that is like I would be an embarrassment to my partner.
and that's probably why you are very reserved.
Also, I just hear how people talk sometimes, and I'm just like, I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll complain to you about what someone said
Absolutely,
behind
you
a
will.
closed door.
Absolutely,
But, like,
you will spill the tea, bitch. That whole no inside thoughts rule really applies to whenever we're alone.
Yeah.
I've told you before. I think it was like when we first started out. I told you remind me of my great grandmother.
Yeah.
She
You say that all the time, but
she was such a talker. The woman just never stopped, and I'm perfectly fine with it, and I love it because of that reminder. Because I loved her; she was fantastic. But it also puts me in line with my great grandfather.
yes, dear.
And well, it's not just that. He was my favorite great grandfather. Yeah. He was World War II vet. He wore coveralls all the time because he had tattoos, because he was a World War II Navy vet.
He was Mr. Rogers.
Practically, yeah. Little bald head. He was tall as all get out, but he had the kindest, gentlest soul to the point that squirrels would come up to the back door and knock on it for him to give them food.
See, I have to like solidify that with someone else, because you've said that several times, and I'm just like,
ask my dad, because we
I
always
will
joked
ask
about
your
it.
dad, because like that just sounds like a Disney princess. Was your
He
grandfather
was.
a great grandfather
He was.
or a Disney princess?
He absolutely was a Disney
In
princess.
coveralls?
Yes, a Disney princess in coveralls. And I saw coveralls on that Nellis auction site the other day, and
I know, I
so
saw that.
bad.
Yeah, I know, I saw that in the cart, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Or not the cart. I saw that in the bids, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
If I could be my great grandfather, I think that I had won at that point. Because it literally, the squirrels would come to the back window, knock on it, or the back sliding glass door, knock on it, and it would look like they were saying, "Feed me, Cletus."
Was his name Cletus?
His name was Cletus.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, because that makes me think of the Cletus that we know.
Who also wears...
He wears what are those called?
overalls.
Overalls, not coveralls. Overalls.
Which is weird, because they're just lots of alls.
Yeah.
They're overalls in the sense that they
But he was a man that could fix anything.
don't cover all, I guess.
He taught me how to fish. He taught me how to use a dog cast.
That tracks. I've never met this man, but
No,
he
he
seems
died
like
before.
the person that would teach you to fish.
Yeah. Taught me how to fish. Taught me how to fix all sorts of stuff. Taught me how to whittle. Gave me my first pocket knife. This was in East
Is that why
Texas.
you wanted to buy a whittling set for Christmas?
Yes.
You just want to channel your inner great
I
grandfather?
want to channel my inner old man. Like he would take naps in his recliner. And his wife would just be sitting there just going off. And it was, yes, dear. Yes, dear. Like that just seems like the perfect life to me. It was fantastic watching him do that. So yeah.
Interesting.
So you not having any inner thoughts, she did not know an inner thought.
It's like, I don't think they were in a dynamic, but maybe.
She made the best root beer floats, or Coke floats, or root beer floats. It's also the first place that I drank coffee, which was more milk than coffee.
Of course.
More milk than coffee, and very, very sweet. I loved it.
It just read murder mysteries. It wasn't even contemplating murder.
Oh, it wasn't even contemplating. I think it was PG-13 coffee. Like there was no blood or gore or anything.
Oh.
They didn't even slip a fuck in there. It was very soft coffee.
Softcore coffee.
Softcore coffee.
Pillowy soft coffee.
Yes.
Pillow princess coffee.
Yes. They were just my favorite. They were fantastic. I used to have so much fun out there. So
I'm glad that you have those fun memories.
I do, and I know I'm one of those lucky people who actually had their great grandparents. I had all of them but one.
Yeah.
And I knew all of them but one. So
Until like fairly recently.
the last one died whenever I was in Austin. So I think they died in 2017.
Go away.
Because I was in the club.
Yeah. I was going to say, I
Like
think it
2016,
was before,
2017.
it was before 2020. It's pre-pandemic.
Oh yeah, it was pre-pandemic.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Want the next question?
Yeah. Let's go to the next question. That was a long one. Are you hearing the snow hit the window?
Yeah, it's real loud.
It is.
It sounds like little tiny popcorns.
Okay.
Okay. If you could bottle up one memory of us to keep forever, which would it be? Okay, I'll give you two. You can have one like sweet, soft vanilla memory and then one like less sweet, soft non-vanilla memory.
Sweet, soft vanilla memory. Kind of with that one, I would probably go with the family type one. And I think it'd be whenever we went off fishing. Whenever we all went fishing.
On the pier that day?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
that's fair.
We didn't catch shit, and it was cold.
We did not. But the
But-
boy learned things.
It was.
You learned how to
the boy
throw an
and-
appropriate-
The boy and NBC, they both
Yeah.
learned. NBC is the non-binary,
Non-binary
child.
child. What's the news, NBC?
Correct.
Yeah.
And as a dad, I'm required to have dad jokes
About your
about
child's
my
gender
child, about my
identity.
child's gender identity. So yes, NBC, non-binary child. What's the news? It just works.
Yeah,
They find it endearing, and we roll with it. So
it's true. They call themselves NBC now.
they do. Quite proud of that one.
It's Boy Child and NBC.
Yes, boy, child, and NBC. In a little bit.
Yes.
As far as an us memory, just one us memory. It's difficult.
I didn't think it would be this difficult.
It's quite difficult. Like our wedding was great. You crying all over the place.
That was just not fair.
The running with you for this recent title.
Mhm.
Like that whole experience was fantastic. All the preparation and those nights that we had before it.
Can I tell you a really weird thing that bothers me?
What?
When you say fantastic, it sounds so disingenuous.
Oh,
It sounds rehearsed. It's always bothered me. You say, it's fantastic.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
No, so I have that's fantastic, which is my sarcastic fantastic.
Sarcastic fantastic.
Yes. And then I have the fantastic. That's just, yes, fantastic. So I think that started.
I think you overuse that word, and maybe
do.
that's why it
That's
just
probably
doesn't
why.
mean a lot to me.
Yeah. I think that was part of my sales training, actually.
That makes sense. You get a very like businessy tone of voice,
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, it's fantastic."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be my sales training.
It absolutely is.
Because there was a while there,
Because
like
your
I know I
vocal pattern
struggled
changes.
with like good and that's great and
And using a different verb,
using a different verb.
or
Adverb?
adjective.
I don't
that
know.
part of
Word.
sentence.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Using a
I
different
think
word
it's
to
an-
describe something that was good.
I think it's an adjective.
Yeah. That could be my sales.
It is.
Very
now
possible.
that you have said that, because I
clicks.
hear the same tone of voice when you're talking about anything at work. Yes.
Fair.
Yes. That's why I'm like, this feels disingenuous.
That's fair. It is good. It's probably not like actually what fantastic is.
Okay.
It is a good.
That's fair.
It's a good feeling though.
Okay.
So it's not like disingenuous as in it's not good.
I would hope
It's-
that you were talking about our wedding being like, it was good.
It was
It
great.
was fantastic.
That actually was fantastic.
Okay. See, that didn't sound disingenuous.
Fair enough.
It's always bothered me.
Yeah, our wedding. Running
Examples
for the
of
title.
non-inside thoughts.
Yes. When we bought this home, all that work and it finally paid off. And being able to carry you through the threshold.
That was cute.
That was a lot of fun.
Those are some of
I
my
have a
favorite
photo
pictures.
of that. I'm going to put it up here because I think like your ass is sticking out on one of them. So
There are a couple. I think several are where my ass is sticking out.
Yeah.
Because I was in tiny short shorts because we were moving.
you were. And
They're
NBC is the
little
one
ath-
taking the photos.
Yeah, they're little athletic shorts.
Yeah. Yeah. There's been plenty of times that like your eyes have lit up and I can't like pin them to anything, but like that.
My eyes light up.
Yes, whenever you were like super excited about something that I did or something that we are experiencing together, and it's not so much like the event itself; it's like you in that moment.
I've always heard the like storybook. Oh, their eyes lit up. Like I didn't know people actually did that.
No, you like quite literally go like full anime character, twinkle in your eye type situation.
Okay. Interesting. Please point that out next time it happens.
Sure.
Or take a picture because I'm really curious how I look like an anime character.
Woo woo. Yeah. Your turn.
I don't know if you answered the question.
I did. I picked out a couple of different times.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I thought we were just having a conversation about those times. I didn't know you were picking those times.
I was picking those times.
Oh, okay. Mine are much simpler than yours, I guess.
Go ahead.
When you proposed to me in class is my like, I'm gonna call that my cute vanilla one.
Do we want to talk about that?
We can.
I think we should. The
Okay.
proposal was funny.
Okay.
That was a cute vanilla one?
Comparatively to my other one, yes.
Fair enough. Okay. So I had already told you
Mhm.
that if I was going to propose to you, I was going to do it whenever you looked your worst.
So according to like societal expectations.
Yes. When you
Yes.
looked your worst so that you knew
So no, when I was at the grossest.
when you were at your grossest and at your rawest.
Yes.
Because that's the person I love. What was that face?
It's weird hearing you say that you love me.
So this was Gwen Bash
Mm-hmm.
after I ran.
Mm-hmm. So this was last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are teaching our Rainbow Play for Beginners class,
Mm-hmm.
which if you don't know what that is, look it up. Rainbow Play, also known as Roman showers. Check it out.
We'll link the Urban Dictionary definition down
Sure.
in the
Down below.
down
Yes.
below.
We can talk about that class another time. If you check our link tree, there's notes. Read them. So there's
There's a lot of research that goes into that
yes.
class.
So you are there naked, pissed yourself.
Okay, well, you're skipping over all of the things that were actually traumatic about that experience.
Well, generally that class is always small.
Yes, like the most people we've ever had in that class is like
6.
5 people.
5 to 6.
5 to 6 people. It's really funny because like people come up to us throughout the entire event to talk about the class
That they're not going
and
to.
why they won't attend.
Yes. Correct.
But then we always have a conversation of like, okay, well, I understand and like your feelings are valid. That's totally cool.
Yes.
I would just like to let you know that 100% of people that have come to our class
Find something.
find something that intrigues them about that style of play.
Even if they've never done it.
Even if they've never done it and even if they're just like curious.
Correct.
Right? And like my relationship with that kind of play is very unique and I go into a lot of like my trauma informed background and things like that. And so like people always come out of it with a very different perspective
Yes.
on what is supposed to be very humiliating, very degrading,
Yes.
and very objectifying.
And it's not the worship of it.
No, we have that class.
It is but this class
is not
specifically is the control aspect.
Mm-hmm.
It is whenever you really have no control over your body and I caused it.
Yes. In my, like, I say this in the class and I say this to anyone that asks is like, why do you do rainbow play? It's because to me, it is the truest form of CNC or consensual non-consent.
It makes it real.
Yes. It is basically body says either bleh
Puke or
or
die.
die.
Yeah.
And when we play in any capacity, we like to have it as real as possible.
Correct.
I
have an obsession with real.
Yeah, to make it as real as possible. And so like that is the closest to as real
Yes.
as you can get within like a confined expectation.
Yes.
It's not a question of if, it's a question of when and how bad.
Yes. Yeah. It is not the glorification of it. It's not any of that.
But anyways,
So there's
5,
5
6
people, 5, 6 people in the class.
a couple people we knew, a couple people we did not.
Yes. And then all of a sudden, like several people start coming in. We're like midway through the class at this
We
point.
have probably maybe 10-ish minutes left. We haven't done the demo portion yet.
Correct.
We have about 10 minutes of like content left before we give the big cookie warning that says, okay, now we're going to go on to the demo portion.
If you want to leave.
If you want to leave. And this is normally where the class gets smaller,
Yes.
not larger.
Yeah, you don't have to actually witness it. You got like the whole,
Yeah.
if you want to try it, here's like good foods to try, that type of aspect.
Yeah.
The why do we do it? You got the whole thing. Now we're going to show you it.
Yes.
And we give
And
the
again,
big,
our class that is normally 5 or 6 people now becomes like maybe 2 or 3. They came for the content. They don't want to stay for the demo, which is
fine.
valid, even though I'm a very cute, sicker person.
yes. And instead, the class gets much larger.
Like 10 people walk in.
Yeah.
People that I know and love and have known for many, many, many years.
My favorite one was Bunny.
Yes.
Bunny was by far my favorite because Bunny literally before the class was like, I love you. I'm not going to that class. but
To me, yeah, they were like, I really want to be there for this class, but I just can't.
I
And
just
I'm
can't
like,
do it.
why do you really want to be there?
Yes.
People
and
had
Bunny
come up-
walks in anyway.
People had come up to me all weekend and been like, I'm so excited for your rainbow play class. And I'm like, thank you, but why? I'm really confused and I'm really concerned.
Yes, and I told all of our friends.
Yes.
And so the class,
Everybody knew but me.
Exactly. The class gets much bigger. Stephanie even shows up. And Stephanie
Took photographs.
Yes, Stephanie just shows up and takes photos.
Because that's what Stephanie does as a human.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite person that showed up was actually Daddy Steph. Because
yes,
Daddy Steph
Daddy
showed up
Steph
in the
showed
middle of the demo, I was
yes.
told.
Yes.
And had to immediately turn around, like,
yes,
into
like,
blue.
just wait.
Wait a minute. I did not sign up for this.
Yes. And so you're there,
Like 20, 25 people show up.
and you are messed up.
Yeah, I am like face down,
Yes.
like
Hard
going off.
breathing, covered in piss, dry heaving, everything else. And I get down in front of you, and you look up and you see what I'm holding.
I saw you first.
Yes.
And like normally you have this look of ha ha.
Yeah.
But you did not have this look of ha ha. You had this look of, oh, you're about to get really fucked up. And then I looked at you and you had, I guess that's the closest I can explain, like the glowing, you had like your eyes lit up. And then I looked down and was like, oh no.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's actually doing this whenever I am my
grossest.
Yes.
And then I reminded you that big commitments come in little black boxes.
They do. They absolutely do. But yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. So that memory?
That memory.
Okay.
Specifically the one where people filed in. And like the looks of everyone around us that were like they're in support, but like under duress.
Under duress. One of my favorite kinks is to make people uncomfortable.
Yes.
And so I got to top all of my friends.
Fair.
And propose to you. It was fantastic.
What would you have done if I said no?
I don't know.
I didn't plan that far.
Didn't play that far ahead. I need to say yes.
Well, we had talked about it because like it was a conversation of like who was going to propose to who.
Yes.
We were going to do it at the same time.
Yeah, we had talked about it.
Because like.
But I cheated. I already had the ring and everything.
Oh. Yeah, because like that was even the weirder part was like you made me try it on with a blindfold.
Yes.
Like you made a scene out of it in our living room.
I did.
I was just like on the couch hanging out and you're like, hey, get down on your knees. And I'm like, what is happening? I was like reading a book. I don't remember what I was doing.
Then I put a bandana over
and
your
you tied a
head
bandana and like grabbed me up by the hair
Yes.
and said, give me your fucking hand. And I'm like,
yes. Other hand.
oh yeah, right. I was like, you're like other hand. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like I'm about to lose a thumb. Like what's happening?
I got a photo of that too. Like with you blindfolded and your hand like this.
Yes.
With the ring out.
And then you called the kids out of their rooms and they were very confused what was
Yes.
happening.
Yeah.
And I was very confused why they were involved.
That's fair.
I was like, why are the children here? And why am I blind? There's a lot of questions.
I had to make sure the ring fit.
Fair. So that's my favorite. Vanilla-ish?
Sure. Vanilla-ish.
Okay, so like we said in the last episode, we don't have vanilla friends or
We
vanilla
don't.
lives
Yeah.
really. And so like that is vanilla-ish
Fair.
for us.
Yeah.
Because my favorite like not at all vanilla memory.
SPLF?
Yes.
I thought that's where we were going.
Yes.
That was a hardcore scene. That was a lot of fun. It was not in the dungeon. It was in our hotel room.
Yeah. I don't remember how it started. I don't remember.
I remember how it started. Do you remember how it started? You don't remember how it started? You bought me floggers because you won that bet.
I remember how that started, but I don't remember how the other thing started.
That's how the scene started.
Yes. Okay. So background on this is
I
that
hate floggers. I hate being flogged, and I hate throwing floggers because they are too disconnected for me if they're not on fire. And
which is weird because you like throwing whips. So I'm just like,
whips can cause so much. There's the sound with them.
I mean, fair. There's different energy.
There's a lot of
like,
power in them. Floggers to me are not.
That's fair. I don't love whips because of the distance.
There's only one person I will let flog me, and that is Teano, and that's because his energy work is fucking fantastic. Mm-hmm. Every time he has asked me to be a demo bottom for him, I said yes.
Yeah.
And it's because of his cathartic flogging.
Yes, but anyways, I like floggers.
Yes.
But he doesn't. And as you can expect, we don't play with them very often.
No.
I had a couple, but I didn't have any that he really liked. He wanted like
I prefer the finger.
He said if he was going to do it, he wanted like finger floggers that he could easily Florentine and were like lightweight and
we're like fire flogging.
Yeah, like fire floggers.
Yeah.
That he could get good movement out of.
Yeah.
So we end up
You ended up
During-
buying me too.
Yeah, but it came from the political bet.
We did have political bets. This was back in 22? Yes. It was in 22.
The 22 or 21?
It was 22 because it was Senate elections.
Yes. So we like to make bets on
Horrible things.
horrible
just
things.
To try to,
Make them more fun.
well, it's trauma bonding
Yeah.
and it is dark humor
Yes.
and it is trying to find something good in all of the chaos that we live in on a regular basis.
Yep. So basically we
So don't yuck my yum.
Yeah, so we like basically made political bets, and like if we thought the same candidate was going to win, we would bet by like what margin they would win, how many
Yes,
points, like
yeah.
how many would they take the youth vote, whatever.
All that stuff, yeah.
So like in addition to making it fun, we also like really had to educate ourselves
On what was going on.
on what was going on. So it was like good. It was a catch-22,
Yes.
or a double-edged sword.
Part
But
of the bet for one particular one was that you got a flogging scene.
a soft, sensual flogging.
And that's the one that you won.
Yes, and that's the one that I won.
It's the only one that you won.
only one that I won.
And it was horrible.
So anyways, we bought these sloggers and I was super excited. And so we had this nice big hotel room. And so I decided that evening I was going to cash in on my bet.
Yes.
That bet lasted about 5 minutes.
It did. It lasted 5 minutes. And then that turned into one of our hardest core scenes that we've ever done,
Yes.
where it was everything.
Yes.
The shower was involved. Fuck the bed in like every position. You on the floor, like all sorts of
Every
craziness.
surface. I had
Every
rug burn
surface.
on my knees,
Yeah.
elbows, back
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I had like rug burn on my ear at one point.
I don't know how you. Oh, wait, no, I do know how you got that.
Yes. I was like, because of that.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah.
Yeah. And you did that
Yeah.
across the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was some other things that happened, and like, yes, that would be my like.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great scene. And it all started with me being miserable. maybe
nice
that's
to
the
know
key.
that the
Maybe
key is
that's
just
the
to make you really bored. Cool. Glad we've unlocked that.
Yay, trauma.
So those are my if I could bottle them up forever.
I like those. Those are good ones.
For now, I'm sure I'll come up with new ones,
I'm
but
sure.
for now, that's what they are.
All right, next.
What is something I did early on that made you think this person is different?
Oh, that's simple. The way that you talked.
Okay, be more specific.
With the exception of probably Lily, who was very emotional, very woo-woo,
Mm-hmm.
but had a very logical side to her. You were extremely logical and able to explain your emotions through logic.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
I mean, I know how I do it, but I'm curious what you are like.
Well, it wasn't so...
Like, do you have a defining conversation?
I don't have
Okay.
a defining conversation because we talked a lot.
That's fair.
So it was probably just something that I got through the feel of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, you told me that many, many times in the beginning, like, why are you not yelling at me right now? Like, you were very confused why I was not behaving in a way.
a very emotional response.
Like, why are you not crying?
Yes.
Why are you not screaming? Why are you not throwing things? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Do you care about this conversation?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I told you
called
about
trauma.
my traumas, but I told you about my traumas related to how like people perceived like, she doesn't care about this because she's not crying, because she's not screaming. And like, I had like a 3-year-long relationship with somebody who finally one day clicked like, oh, that's just not how they express their emotions.
No, I got it pretty quick.
But I told you that and you like
I don't.
didn't believe me at first
there
until
are
you saw it.
plenty of people that can talk shit. It has to be proven.
I know. Not saying that, but
Yeah.
it took 3 years.
It did not take me 3 years. No.
No.
It took me like 2 months because we talked a lot.
We did.
And I was like, okay, that should have gotten a reaction, and it didn't. So I know how to push buttons.
It's true.
I'm very good
You
at it.
didn't install any. There's still some, but I will say that there are some buttons now that you can push that you've installed.
That's fair.
And they are more hairline triggers because you installed them.
Mm-hmm.
They're still fresh.
Yeah.
But even when I feel like, at least whenever I do have like an emotional response to something, it is still a very logical emotional response. I can tell you,
you at least can logically break it down versus the I'm just angry type aspect.
and sometimes I am just angry and I need to process the situation.
Yeah.
But I don't ever like attack you. I don't ever really attack like the situation.
You don't personally attack.
No.
You attack me, but not personally most of the time.
I don't know what that means.
Like, you don't make it a personal attack. Like, you attack what I'm doing or what I said or what, like, specific things that I did, not me as a whole person.
Yeah, no. I'm not, and like, I don't even really attack you as a person in those specific situations. It's you did this, that thing that you did made me feel this. Is that what you intended me to feel?
Mm-hmm.
If it is, we need to have a fucking conversation because that's not how you should make someone that you love feel.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, then how can we like get to a place that I feel congruent with what you're trying to give me?
Yeah.
So it's still from a very logical perspective.
That's fair.
But that was what you were different for.
What about you?
Okay, I'm going to say 2 answers. One, I didn't feel like that I had to like teach you anything, which was weird.
I understand that.
I didn't have to teach you how to like emotionally regulate.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to teach you how to like be confident in yourself as a dominant without being domineering. I didn't have to, like, there are things that I think that I've helped you kind of like hone or sharpen for sure. But like,
iron
I don't
sharpens iron.
Exactly. But I don't think that like there's anything, I'm trying to think if there's anything really that I feel like that I've like had to teach you like from scratch. I don't really feel like there's anything I've had to teach you from scratch. And that was really profound for me as someone who is the S type or the bottom. Is like, it's really hard for me.
From the bottom.
Well, it's really hard for me to be like someone's in a mentor capacity
While also being
the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like I can play from the bottom, but like I cannot like do the hoops from the bottom if I'm having to teach you like how to be a decent human being.
No, that's fair. I've been through that.
Yeah. So like that was the thing. That was one of the things. And then the other thing is the same thing as you said, is like you didn't try to emotionally manipulate me or hijack me. You got confused when I didn't react the way that you thought I was going to.
Yeah.
But you didn't like try to escalate the situation.
No.
You didn't.
It was more of a feeler
Yeah.
than it was a react.
Yes. Yeah. But like you didn't, like you believed the person that you were seeing in front of you. You didn't like try to make it mean something that it didn't. I don't know if that makes sense.
I'd take it at face value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
Well, you locked my phone. Okay. What do you miss the most about me whenever we're apart?
Oh.
This happened recently because you had to go out of town for work.
It did.
And you came back and you were like very pleasant. You were like, I really missed you. And that made me feel very valued.
I missed. Ooh, it's kind of funny. Like specifically in that time, I missed the cuddles. I missed the touching. I missed your voice. Because like that's a constant.
Even though we talked on the phone?
Even though we talked on the phone.
It wasn't the same.
It's not the same. It's
That's
not the
fair.
same. So I miss that your energy with me.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you?
I missed like just your consistent presence.
That energy aspect.
Well, I mean, yes, but it's not like a physical energy. It's not even like an emotional or spiritual energy. It's just like the understanding and recognition that like at any given point during the day, with the exception of like when you're at work in meetings, like I know where you are.
Yeah.
I have reasonable expectations of when you'll be home and what. Like I'm somewhat like I'm a slave that thrives really really heavily on expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I do not have set expectations, like I ask you every day at lunch, what
do
like
you want me to
this
do?
is what I'm planning to do.
Do you want to add anything?
Do you want to add anything to this? Is there anything that you don't want me to do on this list of things? And like a lot of the times I feel like I'm bothering you, but like I have to know how to be set for success.
Yeah.
And so I didn't feel like that I had that when you were gone.
That's fair.
There was a lot of like lack of direction.
No, that's fair. And I was also like, whenever I'm gone, I'm busy.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm at my office and I'm.
No, and
Just
you
no
also
meeting.
got time to spend with your other partner, which was good. And that was nice.
Yes. Yes.
And I was really happy that you got time to do that.
Yeah, we got to go out to dinner. That was really nice. We got to make out. That was cool.
Yeah.
And I got a plague rat.
Yeah, that was weird.
I like the
that was a
plague
weird thing that you came home with.
I like the plague rat.
The tail is weird.
The tail's weird, but I do like the plague rat.
It was cute.
It's very cute.
It was a very
It's very fitting of them.
yes. It was a very it was very his present.
Absolutely. I'm glad I get to see him this weekend.
Yes, I facilitated that.
You did. I was very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Not bad at this.
No, you're not.
People are reasonable. Anyways. But yeah, it was just the like consistent expectation setting. Like I didn't feel like it was nice actually to have some time without you here because I got to spend some alone time with the kids.
That's true.
And so that was nice. We got to hang out and we watched a movie and we had dinner together and you weren't there.
Yeah.
They got a lot of gentle parenting that like really confused them, I think.
That's probably fair because you are the gentle parent. I am the.
I mean, okay, I am not that. I hate that term. Gentle parenting is not gentle. It's just not reactive. It's proactive. It's proactive parenting.
Okay, you are definitely the one that gives them chances.
That's because I'm the one with the most like trauma in my background.
That's-
so like I know the
Fair. I had different,
different trauma.
Yeah.
You have different trauma,
Yes.
but like I have
Fifth generation pastor's kid, different trauma. All right. Like,
abusive alcoholic and drug addict.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and like diagnosed narcissist. So like
yeah, different traumas.
different trauma.
Different traumas.
And mine is like you now have a good relationship with your parents. I never
do.
got that.
That's fair. Yes.
So like
Well, it's because of them that I have a good relationship with my parents. Because if they did not exist,
I would not.
I don't
say
think
that.
I would.
I would not say that. I think that they were the catalyst for a reopening of that relationship, but they are not the reason that you have a good relationship.
Okay, no, that's fair. Absolutely, they are what got it in motion.
Yeah, they were the catalyst.
They also provided.
They provided you perspective.
It's not that they provided me perspective. They provided the leverage for me to be heard.
I think initially,
Yes, initially they provided the leverage for me to be heard.
but I
'Cause
think
it's
also
one thing whenever
as
you
you've
have the
grown into
grandkids.
an adult, they have absolutely been your. Oh shit! I understand my parents. Now a lot
Yeah.
more.
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. I think we've reached a point with me and my parents where they actually see me as an adult,
For the most part,
as
yeah.
a father, as a man, not as just their son.
Yes.
So it's a different perspective.
Mhm.
And it has caused great conversations,
Mhm.
specifically with me and my dad.
Mhm.
And I'm getting more with my mother,
Mhm.
which is great.
Which your mother has told me that is because of me.
That's very possible. You were like the first one they've liked. So,
Well, no. She said that she has seen the biggest growth perspective and like equal parenting and equal like she's like you make him like actually do things. And I'm like, "Yes, I do actually make him do
Yeah,
things." Like those relationships are important to me.
yes.
So So yes, I will agree with you that the children were probably a catalyst, but they are not the reason that you have a good relationship with them at this point.
Absolutely fair. They were the starting point.
Yes. And they were quote unquote leverage in the beginning, but they are not leverage now.
No, they are not leveraged now, but they absolutely were in the beginning.
Because like even the kids pointed out, like they're like, we see our grandparents like maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Whereas they used to see them all the time.
All the time.
Because your parents
They
did
were
not
much more.
well, they didn't trust your other partners to be a parent to them.
Yep.
That's why your mom has backed off a lot. And that's why she said that she's able to have a relationship with you now as an adult.
And she's also able to be more of a grandma, not a mom.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely fair.
So you're welcome.
Yeah.
But yes, your consistent presence is probably what I miss most about you when you're apart.
I read it.
Okay, you read it.
What's one thing about me that you think people notice right away and love? Oh, man. That's hard for me to answer for myself.
Okay, well, I have two answers.
Okay.
I have one that is like a once people get to know you answer, and then the initial answer.
Okay.
The initial answer is that people think that you are a kink checklist. And they love that about you.
I'm a kink checklist.
Mhm.
As in, like, if it's a kink, I'll do it.
Yes.
That's not inaccurate.
Yeah. And so people think that they can get their
Get whatever crazy thing.
whatever
they're wanting
crazy
to get.
thing they want to get out of it.
And I'm generally okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm generally okay with that. Like, I've probably branded close to 100 people now, if not more.
Yeah.
Like, just in general.
It's when some, like, and I have no issues
And
with that.
the amount of fire play that I've done on people, God, I've got to
No.
be that I've got to be over like 500.
Yeah. Like, literally, just in our relationship, you've probably done fire on at least 50 to 100 people.
Yeah.
But, like, and that's absolutely fine.
Which what I'm known
It's
for.
when someone
and I can make
tries
that
to
clinical.
take something from the checklist and be like, I would like to develop a
Relationship
deeper
around this?
connection or a relationship around
That's
this.
fair.
And I'm just like,
That's fair.
the person that you get at conferences is not the person that you get everywhere. Look, like, you put
Absolutely.
on the biggest, shiniest, glitteriest, most fucking not you mask at conferences.
I am a much more
And people see that. And that's attractive to people because you
outgoing
feel
person.
I wouldn't even say it's outgoing. It's like personable.
You know, that
I
think
don't
that's-
know necessarily what
I think
to
that's
say.
something that I've kind of crafted because for a while there I was very comfortable people being afraid of me.
Yeah.
Having that standoffish fuck you type mentality, the as my mother calls it, my James Dean, my rebel without a cause. You just look like you're just rebelling against it. Like, what's your cause? Why are you rebelling? I don't know what you got.
Yeah.
Like that was me.
Yeah.
Very much so. And now I am much more, I guess part of my, like, wouldn't even say redemption tour. Part of my, the new me, I guess is a good way of putting it. Like, there's the Austin me and there's the Houston me.
The evolution. Yeah.
The evolution.
Your
of
most
me.
recent evolution.
My most recent evolution. I am much more open and willing to have so many more conversations.
Mhm.
But I still do all that crazy shit.
Mhm.
So I think that's fair.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fair. I'm much more of a personal person, and I very much lean into the, oh, really?
Yeah.
We can do that. Yeah, that type of situation.
Yeah.
So what's the other one?
I mean, okay, so that I think that that's the initial one, but I think that like once someone can actually like dig beneath the layers, that you're like very loyal.
Oh, extremely. If I view you as mine, you are mine.
Yeah.
One of my people, I'm going to protect you.
Yeah.
I'm going to look out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Very quickly, you could get the shirt off my back type situation,
Yes.
which has been betrayed before,
Mm-hmm.
100%. But I would rather have that than not,
That's fair.
because I've lived both,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a much better person whenever I have people.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Having seen you in all of those phases of life, like,
Yeah.
you have a very easy I go numb switch.
And having people keeps me from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I probably have two for you as well, like
Okay.
the initial and then the deeper level.
Okay.
The initial is very easily, you are a fucking bubble. You are bubbles.
Oh.
You are flighty and fun and sarcastic, and this is going to be recorded. You're funny.
Ooh, I'm hilarious.
I didn't say hilarious. I said you were funny.
It's fine. It's like how you say fantastic versus good. Funny. Hilarious. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I get to hold this over you for the rest of your life.
Oh, God.
I can refer back to a timestamp. I'm going to put a timestamp in this video. And by I mean you, because I don't know how to. I'm going to have you put a timestamp in this video of where this is proof. I have proof. The running joke is that I'm hilarious and everybody thinks so except for my sir.
Yes.
But now
Now you have proof.
Now you all see. You all have proof. At that timestamp.
Barbie's going to end up just sending me this clip.
Yes.
Like,
This is a new GIF. You all have proof.
yes. Yes. Oh, God. Then as far as the once people get to know you type aspect, it's not that you're just loyal. It's that you are actually a calm presence. You are the opposite of what you portray.
Mm-hmm.
You are not crazy and all over the place and the social butterfly. You are very happy sitting at home in your swingy chair.
Yes.
With
I used it today.
With your cup of hot chocolate and your heated blanket. And just existing.
Mm-hmm.
And like with that comes the deeper conversations. You can talk about anything. It's not all surface level. Like we get into a lot of like why.
Mm-hmm.
We're big on the why. I'm big on the why, and you're big on the why. And so like we dive into that. If I say a word on this podcast and you don't know exactly what it is,
I must know immediately.
I can't rely on the comments to try to explain it. No, there's no engagement coming from that because she will just Google it and find
Why would
the
I
answer.
wait?
Exactly. It's called engagement, baby.
No, it's called marriage.
No.
You knew what you got.
No, engagement with them.
Engage else times. Elsewhere.
Say something else.
Somehow else. I don't know. Words are fucking hard. Correct me on my grammar. There you go. Engagement.
But yes, that's how I would break that down.
Okay. How about this? Engagement can now be, I will define the word, but they can define their own definitions of it.
Well, no, they
What
can
does
ask
this mean to
questions.
you?
They can they can.
Oh, so what you're saying is I didn't fuck engagement. That's what I'm hearing from you.
You fucked one way of engagement. Yes, you are taking away an engagement aspect. There are more.
I didn't consent to that engagement.
It's social media. You kind of did.
No, I didn't. Consent in all things. But then I'm removing their consent to give me information.
Yeah. See, feedback.
I don't consent to your... No. Fine, I'll Google it and keep it to myself.
No, you can share it. It's fine.
Okay,
It's kind of cute.
because that was going to be really hard.
It's going to drive you nuts.
That was gonna drive me nuts.
You would have maybe made the comment, but I guarantee you I would have had the answer after these cameras were off.
You know what I would actually have done? I would have gone and commented on our own video on my private YouTube and been like, "This is the answer."
that yes, that's a lot more fitting.
You're like, that tracks.
Yeah, that's absolutely you.
What's the second thing? Oh wait, that was
That
the
was
second
the second thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Where are we at? Question, is this 5?
Probably.
This is 5.
Yes. Question number 5.
Nope, this is 6 because
is
it was
it
6
6?
questions. So this is 6.
Oh, okay.
What is the most beautiful memory of us that you have? That's a good question.
Most
I know my
beautiful. Okay, go ahead.
Most beautiful memory.
Yes.
Like, I'm going very shallow here with this answer for specific reasons. What are you doing?
Googling the word beautiful.
It's pretty,
No.
physically attractive.
No.
What?
Pleasing to the senses or mind aesthetically. Okay. Yep. No, I got it. Now that I defined the word beautiful.
Go ahead then.
No, you go. You're already going.
No, I read the question, so now you get to go.
What?
Go.
That's not how this works.
Yes.
Why?
Because master. That's about as close as I get to because I said so.
Yeah, because master.
Because master.
Fine.
Because slavery is stupid.
Because slavery is stupid. Your wedding vows.
Oh, they were good.
They were so good.
I know. I wrote them.
That and also when NBC at Christmas this year asked if you could call me mom.
Oh, yeah. That was
and made
cheating.
6 people cry.
That was cheating.
That was. How did that make you feel?
Oh,
We haven't
man.
actually talked about that.
That about made me cry too. I did cry.
It
I
did make you cry.
Yes. Yeah.
6 people cried, including your parents.
She did not talk to me about that at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
She hasn't done it yet because she doesn't want to upset Morgan.
That's fair. I think Morgan's okay with it, though.
I don't know. They haven't had that conversation. I'm going to let her have that conversation with him. It's her decision.
Yeah.
But she tells her friends it.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard her say that.
She said, my mom is making me a grilled cheese. And it made me happy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, your wedding vows and her doing that at Christmas are my 2 favorite beautiful memories. Aesthetically pleasing to my brain.
Aesthetically pleasing to your brain. So, I mean, us getting married is absolutely one. You shoving the cake in my face.
I have photos of that.
I know you do.
I loved that. You had no expectations.
No.
We had not talked about it.
No. You
just
just
shoved
did it.
cake in your
Yes. Yeah, you just shoved cake in my face.
It was my first wedding and your third wedding. So, someone had to do it.
It's fair.
It's
Absolutely.
a rite of passage, I've been told.
Yes, it is a rite of passage. Absolutely.
And it was red velvet, too. It stained your nose.
Yes.
It was adorable.
But for some reason, I keep coming back to this one, and I don't know why. It's just weird. Whenever we took Sarissa a little bit to go do the witchy photos with your hat.
Oh, yeah. That was so cute.
Yeah. And like you and her together and that whole thing, like, I'm like, no, that's perfect.
That was really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed editing those, all of that. There's a lot of photos I've taken of you that I just really enjoy. Like that one, you proposing to my mother with a pumpkin.
That is one of my favorite memories. It's not a
on
beautiful
the
memory.
fridge. It's on the fridge at their house.
It is.
You have made it to the fridge.
I proposed to your mother way before I ever proposed to you.
You did.
Yeah.
And my mother cackled.
She did. She almost fell off the pumpkin.
It was hilarious. I've never seen her. Okay, I've seen her do that, but it was drug induced.
Up the stairs.
Yes, yeah. It was medical. I think. Probably wasn't. But
for all intents and purposes of YouTube, it was medical.
Yes, yeah.
But yes, I did. I proposed to her with a pumpkin.
Yeah.
I got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mom?"
Yeah.
Because she was my mom and he was my not dad.
Yes.
She was my not mom and
not mom and not dad.
And not dad.
And now you are dad.
Yes.
No, he is dead.
Yes. They said, "Daughter, how much do you love us? Will you please take us to the airport at 7:30 in the morning on your day off?"
Said?
Yes, he texted me and he said,
because he texted me first.
Yes, he texted you first, but then he said,
I was like, "I'm working. Check with Lucky."
Yeah, because then he said, what did he say?
That sounds like my dad.
Dearest daughter, how much do you love us? ? And then I responded, enough to take you to the airport on my day off. He's like, oh, yay.
I did tell him I would give you a heads up, so that was funny.
Yes.
That's very funny.
But like literally, you texted me, and within 15 seconds, he texted me. Thankfully, I saw your text first, or else I'd have been really confused why this question was coming from him very randomly.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. This could be a little bit of a shorter one. I'm fine with that.
I like how an hour's shorter.
For a podcast, it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Generally, podcasts are hour and a half to 2.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're Joe Rogan, and then it's like 3 to 4.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out who Joe Rogan is, and now I need to Google it. The name
The Fear
rings
Factor
a bell.
guy? The guy with the #1 podcast in the world?
Oh, we talked about Fear Factor last night.
We did?
Yeah, remember Square Box?
Oh, we talked about doing a Fear Factor scene.
Yeah.
Yes. Man, I absolutely want to do that with her.
With me.
No, I want to do that with you too, but like I totally want to be involved in like doing some fucked up scene to her.
Okay.
It just seems like a lot of fun.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll
No, I
see.
will absolutely do a Dexter Room and Fear Factor box scene with you, 100%.
Okay.
She like wants to do like the cone of shame
Yeah.
and a ring gag and like cockroaches and crickets. You couldn't do that. See?
No crickets.
Yeah, see, you couldn't do that.
I could do cockroaches. I would not do crickets.
Yeah. Now she wants to do like,
Crickets, I would faint. I would be no fun.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess I would be fun. It depends on what fun you were trying to have.
Yeah, but like, I work in that industry. I can get all the things.
I'm your cockroach guy.
I got it.
I think that's a good place to end.
I think that's a great one.
Yeah.
What's some of your most fucked up scenes that you would like to see or do?
What are the ones that are like possibly realistic, and then what are the ones that are like
Actually
this
fantasy.
is really not possible,
Yeah.
or it's like unethical to the point where I will not do this.
Correct. Yeah.
Very
let's
curious.
go with like a real one and a fantasy.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about how we can make those fantasies realities
Within the confines of possibilities. Yeah.
of consent and possibility. Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I often play in that area. It's one of my favorite things to do. Take something that's crazy and try to make it as real as possible. Yeah. I think that's fun.
Goodbye, and thanks for all the fish.
No, we gotta do like, you can send all of those to our TikToks.
Oh, okay.
You can comment it below.
Don't
can-
comment that on Facebook. Not Facebook.
YouTube.
Don't comment that on YouTube.
Send it to us on email.
Just email us.
And where's the email popping up?
Right there. It'll pop up right there.
It's right there?
Right there.
Okay.
On my cup.
On your cup, right across the cup.
Right across my cup.
Are you gonna Vanna White it? Yeah.
Right here. The email is right here.
Email's right there.
Yes.
Okay. And we'll see y'all next time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Bye, everyone. And thanks for all the fish.
There we go.